Hello happy people, my name is Dan and it's that time again. It's time to look at some more GM48 Game Jam games. These are all games made within 2 days around the theme of Trapped. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so up first today we have got Trap Card by Yossi, Boomy and Maseta. And with this one, it's a card game basically. You have different spells, different abilities, different health, MP, and so on and so on. And you have to drag your cards into the thing and win basically. So you have to. It's a little bit tricky to get a hang of the controls because I ended up inadvertently moving the view around as well. But you basically have all these different cards and they all mean very different things. The problem I found is there's a lot of information to take in and I tend to be very impatient. I just played 3 cards because I thought maybe I should save some. Turns out that's not a good idea and I got annihilated. I think it's one of those things I definitely need to pay a bit more attention to because I just try to go in with attack and throw all my cards in and hope for the best. And at the end you'll see I ended up just drawing loads of cards and I think I wasn't meant to do that because I lost. So it is certainly very, very well thought out and there's a lot going on here. The variety is interesting, there's so much, the art is good, the style is good, and like I said, there's just so much variety, especially when it comes to the cards. So I just played them all there, hoping for the best, and I do not think I understood what was going on. It's one of those things I definitely need to revisit because it's one of those things where there's clearly so much going on here and I just kind of rushed it, to be fair. But it's very, very well thought out, and the actual, so here it is. I was like, oh, I can withdraw loads of cards, and you lose. So I need to give that another go. It's a good job though. I enjoyed that, so nicely done. Okay, so up next today we have got Basement Shooter by 2102. And in Basement Mayhem, which is a shooter. It's called Basement Mayhem, and it's a shooter in which you must scrounge around collecting bullets for your weapons, such as your pistol and your magnum and other bits and bobs that you have lying around, and shoot all the enemies on each floor. So it says on the top, right, oh, look at all that, all those things being fired at you. It's crazy intense. So this is only level 3, and already I am getting fired at from all angles. You have a list of how many enemies are left, and what you have to do is survive as long as you can, and basically make it as far down into this everlasting mayhem as you go. And as you go, it gets more intense. You have your medical kits, you have your different weapons, and the theming changes. You get some different ground as well. It's just a lot going on, which is really interesting. It's a lot of, well, it's mayhem. It's really interesting. Interestingly as well, made by 2102 using Game Maker Studio 1.4. Don't often see people making games with that anymore, so hats off to them for using that. And oh, that triangle guy, they had some deadly weapons on them. Yeah, it all gets quite chaotic quite quickly. It's a bit of a sort of simplistic look, but you know, it's one of those, what's the word, like sort of dev graphics I suppose. But it's very, very effective at conveying what it needs to do. You know what the enemies are, you know who you are Blue Block Dude. It's hard to get you mixed up. And oh, did you see that? Look at the crazy thing up. I dropped a mine, entirely useless because I'd already killed it, but you have your melee weapon as well, which is nice. You have a little knife shot. It's just insane. There's so much going on. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Good job. Okay, so up next today we have got The Cavern by Chunk Games. And in The Cavern, the idea, at least, was that it was meant to be a point-and-click adventure, which is quite cool. I like what they were going for. The only issue is, as they mentioned in the description on the page, they weren't able to complete it, which is a little bit of a shame, because you're this dude wandering around and you go into the cavern, and it says, oh, it's strange, I don't remember how I got up here. I'm drawn to the cave though. It looks dark in there. Should I go in? And I do, and I think unfortunately that's where the game doesn't really have much beyond that, because you go into the cavern and you have this sort of shadowy area, you're wandering around, but at this point I think there's nothing else to see. I think it kind of ran out, which, like I said, it's a shame. The concept is cool. I see what they were going for. They were going for a nice old point and click sort of, is it Monkey Island vibe? The Adventures of Monkey Island? I can't remember what it was called, that old point and click game from the 90s. And I like the idea of that. I just hope, obviously, next time when they get a bit more time, they might be able to put something more together than that. But yeah, it was a good idea in theory. and fingers crossed next time around they'll have a bit more time and they'll be able to finish up the point and click. So yeah, good start at least. Okay, so up next today we have got Breakout Bricks by Pressgoal, and I'm going to have to talk quickly for this one because I've only got a minute's worth of footage, and you will see why. What you have to do is you have to move around and fill up the blocks as you move around. So these dark spaces, if you move them around, a brick appears and you basically have to get to the exit and not get trapped. Pretty ingenious idea, but here's the issue. Everything you've just seen there, that's it. No sound, no music, and it's 3 levels, one of which is move right, and the other one is, I restarted the game because I was like, surely that's not it, surely not, and I played it again, and you see, you fill up this one, and then you go around here, and I thought maybe I got confused, so I trapped myself on purpose. I love the effect when you get trapped. It says trapped and has this lovely little breakaway effect, and I thought maybe I just get out here and. No, it's not an issue like that. It's genuinely, there are 3 levels. I want more of this game. I enjoyed this. It's a good concept. It's a good puzzle idea. I want more of this one. So yeah, that's that. And finally today we have Help, I'm Trapped Under Infinite Gravel. And Help, I'm Trapped Under Infinite Gravel by Atomic is a cookie clicker-esque game where you have to click the gravel to take some gravel away, and as you do you get more gravel which you buy more upgrades with. Now it's important that you realise something you should know when I'm playing this game, just something to be aware of. You know, I'm very fast at clicking the mouse, you know. I do not have a mouse clicker thing at all installed on my computer to make mouse clicking fast. No, that is not something I would do. I just want to set the record straight now. I am absolutely, entirely, not at all cheating this. I am just very, very quick at clicking the mouse. And that is all you need to know, and is a complete lie. It's quite interesting. You've got plenty of upgrades, plenty to keep you going actually. Like all cookie clickers, they're slow burners, which is also why I definitely did not use the assisted tool. I just kind of wanted to see what they offered, and there's a lot of different things on here. There's quite a surprising amount of different bits and bobs you can buy, including a duck. Social media campaign duck. I will always buy that. And a radio which changes some music from a tune that was fun to a tune that's less fun. I think I preferred the original. But they've got different music options, they've got different things you can buy. It's a very simple concept, but it's done nicely. You know, you've got the little smiley face there when you're helping them get out of gravel, and they're sad when you're not digging them away. There's a decent amount of different things you can buy, like a Satan buddy and Poseidon and lights, and yeah, there's a decent amount of ridiculous things. I would have liked to have seen perhaps maybe some indication of what you can and can't afford beyond just hovering over it, maybe like a little star indicator or something to say you can buy this now. But it's just, you know, little nitpicks like that. It's a very cutesy, very simple game, so I can't fault it. And it's one of those, like I said, it just escalates from nothing to everything very, very quickly, which is why I wanted to put the cookie clicker-esque tool, which I definitely don't have, into practice. I'm going to buy some more of those Satan buddies. I would like to have seen them on screen as well. You know, if you're buying the ducks and the Satan buddies and things, I would like to have seen them perhaps. But again, like I said, these are just little nitpicks. So they do all help to increase your gravel. So there is an automated part, so the gravel's going up. I imagine if you did play this properly, it would have taken perhaps a little bit longer to get through, which would certainly give that cathartic number going up feeling. I think maybe, like I said, it would just have been an improvement to see the things you buy actually on screen affecting the gravel pile. But you can pick, so I've got that sword picked now, and that's helping me increase my gravel, so I'm really piling through this gravel now. I don't know why gravel has turned into dollars at the end, but you know, who am I to question the logistics of that? I did end up, like I said, I bought everything just to see how it would happen. So also some of these things are not in price order, which is a little confusing. I thought it would have made more sense maybe to put them in price order, or maybe distinguish them between weapons and tools. So you get some tools that just help you, and then you have your main thing which you're digging with. So you start with a hand, then spoon, then shovel, then you get a sword. You know, maybe some sort of separation in that sort of respect as well. But like I said, these are all just small changes. Overall, it's just a very simple cookie clicker, and there's nothing wrong with that. I like the fact that the name, I actually had to make the banner for the video longer because of this one, because it's such a huge name, which I think is hilarious. And I think actually now that is everything I've bought. So yeah, that's 500G, and it's right at the end. It seems odd next to the thing that costs 100,000. Anyway, I bought everything and made a cool million, and it's a fun little title. But that's it for this jam. Only 15 games overall this time around. It's a shame because I would like to see some more. So if you're interested in developing or having a go at a game jam, by all means, next one is in 3 months. I certainly hope you can join in. It's been a lot of fun, and I certainly hope that we get more in the GM48 community. And yeah, it's gm48.net, so please check it out, join in, get involved. And until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!